Hi, my name is Latrell Howard. I am 17 years old and I am from Oakland, California. Throughout my life, I have lived in many different places, but I always somehow ended up back in my city, which is Oakland. Oakland, California has its nice side and its ugly side, but there is nowhere like here. The reason why I would like to talk about violence and drugs is because it is something that has been happening for decades in Oakland, and it is time for a change. The culture in Oakland is really beautiful and diverse, but how can we have anything nice with these two things that are destroying our city as a whole? Violence is something I had dealt with in my life, losing a family member to it, which caused a feeling of sadness for me and my family. Violence is something I believe everyone who is from or has family in Oakland has experienced. That is sad to say, but it is also very true. Between 1985 and 2017, the city has averaged of at least 107 homicides each year. When I was growing up, I always knew about the violence and things going on because I grew up in a household where I was aware and let known of things that was happening. I was very shaped by growing up in Oakland and have been frustrated by the lack of change in my community, but there has always been attempts to shift things. Oakland Ceasefire is a group of police who specialize in bringing shooting crimes down. Since 2011, they have actually brought the crime in Oakland down. Operation Ceasefire became a national model in tackling gun violence, boasting a remarkable 42% reduction in homicides from 2012 to 2017. This translates into approximately 140 lives saved in a 5-year period. However, violence rose again significantly during the pandemic. Law enforcement will always only offer temporary solutions when they cause and benefit from the cycle of community violence in Oakland. This cycle can be traced back to the war on drugs. Since the early 70s and 80s, communities in Oakland have struggled with poverty and racism. Generational traumas have put community at risk for abusing drugs, something that can turn a lovely, beautiful person into someone ugly and careless. Just as we've begun to heal from the crack epidemic, the meth crisis in Oakland is growing to an alarming rate. To end violence and drug abuse in Oakland for good, we need people power. Community members need to come together to help each other. We should all feel responsible for getting people off the streets and clean and supporting them through rehabilitation and helping them find resources to apply for benefits. People going through violence or leaning towards violence should receive real help and access to mental health care. This will better and strengthen individuals as the community just as a whole. Thank you for listening.